Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to get the next installment in my Breaking Plateaus series in NHL 21. Basically, walking you through the things that I think you should implement in your game, depending on which division you're in. Now, if you haven't watched the prior videos, go back and watch the playlist. I go through all of them. Even if you're already like in Division 2 or even 1, go watch Division 10, 8, 9, all of them through, because there's a lot of tips in there that I think they need to be implemented first before you start focusing on these ones. So it's just really important to tie everything in, okay? So today we are going to focus on player switching, because that is the skill gap in NHL 21. So the players that are better at switching correctly and at the right time are more often than not the best in the world. It is a very important thing that you need to get really good at in NHL 21. And around division, 3 and 2 is when you really start to see it. So today we're going to cover division 3 and 2, and these are the things that I think you really need to implement to break into that next stage. All right, guys, let's get into the video. Don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like if you enjoy the content. All right, let's go. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys a perfect clip in what I would recommend you guys do while defending the rush, pretty much in every scenario. A lot of the issues in NHL 21 from the players that aren't elite are they give up a lot of 2-on-1s and breakaways in 21, because it's just how the game is played. It's a lot about speed. There's a penalty when your defensemen turn around, and it all just kind of combines together to give up a lot of odd man rushes. So here is how you nullify those. I talked a lot about manually player switching in the last video. So if you hit R2 and use your right thumbstick to aim the player you want to select to, this really helps you out. So in these situations, when you are having someone go down the left or right side, what I really recommend is that you manually select that far side defenseman and place him where you think and need him to be. Okay, so what'll happen a lot of the time is that either that far side defenseman will come in and attack the puck carrier, leaving that backdoor guy wide open down the rush, or he's just not far enough over and it ends up being just an easy zone entry. So what you can do is move the player over manually and then switch back to the guy that's closest to the puck carrier to actually put pressure on the puck. Why you want to do this is that you are now having your opponent react to you, as opposed to you reacting to your opponent. I've talked about that a ton in this series. When you get into the higher divisions, this is what you want to do. You want to have players playing into what you're getting them to do, regardless if that's on offense and defense. And this is a situation that you need to do on every single rush, because if not, for whatever reason in this game, the AI defensemen want to switch and that far side defenseman wants to run over to the guy with the puck. And you need to make sure that you stop that. The next thing, you want to take advantage of someone that is being super aggressive attacking you in the offensive zone. So in this situation right here, you're going to see he takes his defenseman and he is just hard up to try and get me. He's not playing a pass or cutting off a lane. He's literally just chasing me around with that. You need to not be so nervous when you have the puck. A lot of players will just pass it immediately, get it away from any time that they are getting pressured in the offensive zone by a player that is just running at you. This is where you really want to get them to react to what you're doing. If they're chasing you around, you're dictating the play. And in this situation right here, especially on the power play, if they are controlling their defenseman, that's when you want to make them, absolutely regret that when, a wide open backdoor one-timer opens up, and like in this situation here. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, I just showed you guys, you want to hold on to the puck if they are not switching players and they're not cutting down passing lanes. What do you do when someone's being really, sort of passive and not really giving you a lot of passing lane options or ways to cut into the high opportunity, high danger chance areas? What do you do? This is where you honestly want to go full squad battles mode and just start passing the puck around quite a bit. Even if you're not looking to set something up with that first pass, what it'll do is it'll cause the opponent to start switching players that they normally probably don't want to actually switch to. And then you want to have that second pass vision. So as you get into these higher ranks and higher divisions here in Rivals, you need to start actually not just staring at the guy with the puck, but looking to set up plays. And I'm going to give you a perfect instance right here. After a couple passes, I'm already looking into the middle for that guy to get open. And then it's just an easy one-timer, but it's all set up by a lot of passing plays to try and get him to move around and out of the way. And the last thing that we're going to talk about here is a really, really simple one. And this is all going to be because this is late in the year and shot attributes are really high. But people, because they're so used to just trying to score on those short side wristers or the backdoor one timers, they don't realize that when attributes hit a certain point in Hockey Ultimate Team, there's a couple shots that you can really take advantage of, and it's the forehand slap shot top corner, so far side. It can be done with a righty or a lefty, but it is really effective late in the game. And I'm going to show you here. It's very, very simple, guys, and you can really take advantage of it. Something that I show a lot on my streams is because I use defensemen that are lefty on the left and righty on the right, something we're going to talk about in the next video. It's a really easy shot to do with those defenders, and they get a lot of time and space because no one is really playing the point against me because they know that I don't have offhand one-timer available, and they just allow me to walk right in and rip that shot. But it is something that you guys should definitely try to start aiming and using correctly instead of just always forcing the backdoor one-timer. It's something very simple, but not enough people would take advantage of this shot. All right, guys, so those are my Division 3 tips. They're not a ton of, huge, in-depth, complicated ones because you're right on that cusp. We're about to get into some of the hardcore mechanics and things that you really need to work on, probably in practice mode, to kind of elevate yourself. But that player switching, especially while defending the rush to choose the far side defenseman, you're going to notice a really big increase on your defense at the blue line and your decrease in giving up odd man rushes for sure. And make sure you guys start taking advantage of that far side slap shot because it is super easy to actually label to the top corner now because of how high rated everyone's shot is. And obviously that's just a product of being late in the year and it being ultimate team mode. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments section down below. The next video, like I said, we're going to go into some of the more difficult mechanics and some of the harder goals to pull off, but definitely situational ones. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give the video a like if you did enjoy it. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.